Hey guys, welcome to the PRSÜT Podcast. This is episode number 4, and this is an exciting episode because we have Heather on today, and we're super excited to have her. She's had an amazing transformation and lifestyle change as she's come into PRSÜT and joined Erica, who we also have on for the first time, and joining her in nutrition coaching. And we've just been able to see her life change through the last, year?
Just a little over a year.
A little over a year. So, Erica, if you want to give like the formal introduction from ChatGPT, give it to us.
Yes, I know. It's like, okay, here we go. So today we're sitting down with Heather. Heather is 46 years old, and you're having a birthday soon.
Yes, unfortunately.
When is your birthday?
December 23rd.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
right
coming
for
up.
Christmas.
Yes.
How fun.
I love
So soon she'll be 47. So here's what I know about Heather. She is a full-time vet. And so she works with lots of animals, but mostly cats and dogs?
Only cats and dogs.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, only cats and dogs.
I don't touch anything else.
Exclusively
No
cats and
snakes.
dogs, which might arguably be the best animals.
Yeah.
But she has 2 boys, right?
Yep.
And how old are they?
12 and 15.
12 and 15. So 2 teenage boys
Dang.
in your home. You are the queen of the house.
Yes.
And then she balances, okay, this is so real. She balances a demanding career, right? You are a busy mom at home with your boys and just everything else,
Yes.
right? But what I love about Heather is she still makes time to come to the gym, practice healthy habits, consistency, discipline. It's like non-negotiables for you.
Absolutely.
I just had somebody today in the workout who said to me, she said, "Is Heather one of your clients?" And I said, "Yeah, doesn't she look jacked?" Because you were doing your pull-ups and we could just see all your muscles. And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "You know what's so awesome about Heather is she's very adherent." I said, "She's very coachable. And she's very disciplined." And she goes, "Oh, that must be so nice to work with somebody like that." And I said, "It is, because when you say you're going to do something, I trust you're going to do it."
Yeah.
And that's just like such a great quality that you have.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
For sure.
That's cool. Yeah.
So.
Well, welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be on your first podcast ever?
A little awkward, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. No, we're so excited to have you. So let's just jump right in. Thank you for introing her. Now, tell us just a little bit about for me specifically, I've gotten to know you throughout the gym and what you do now, your 2 boys, but I don't know anything about your past for the most part, where you come from, how you were raised. Did you play sports? Did you not play sports? Give me your upbringing to where we're at now in a brief summary.
Yeah, you don't have time for all of it. So I grew up in a smaller town, northern Minnesota. I had 2 sisters. I was the middle child. We went to a very, very small private Christian school. We had no sports. We had no activities.
Wow.
So I have never played sports. I have never been on a team. I had never even touched a barbell until I walked into this place.
Wow.
So I have zero history of any kind of athletic ability whatsoever. So anytime anyone does offer anything, I'm like, I don't know how to play anything. I'm not good at anything. Probably the only thing I literally did early on was I used to rollerblade a lot, which also speaks to my age, because that's an old thing. But
I've never put on
Bring it
rollerblades
back.
I love rollerblades.
Bring it
so
back.
much fun.
That's
That was
cool.
about my only athletic ability back in the day.
Okay.
Wow.
Very cool. And so from northern Minnesota, at what point did you come to Nebraska? Was it where did you go to college? Because you obviously are a vet, so.
So I did my undergrad studies at the University of Minnesota Duluth, so way up north in Minnesota, so 4 years there. And then I went to the University of Minnesota Veterinary School in the Twin Cities for 4 years. After I graduated there, I decided to take a job in South Florida because I hate the cold and I've lived in Minnesota my whole life.
Yeah.
So I'm
Oh my
like,
gosh.
where's the best place to go? I'm like, let's go to Florida.
Yeah.
So I went to Florida with my first job, worked there for about 5.5 years. That is when I had my first child, who's now 15. When he was born, my now ex and I at the time decided we didn't want to raise kids in South Florida. Just, better schools. We wanted to find something better. His family actually lived in Omaha. So that's how I came back here, because I didn't want to go back to Minnesota. It's too cold. This was a nice, happy medium. So that's how I ended up in Omaha.
Okay.
And then I opened my clinic in 2013.
Awesome.
2013.
Yep.
So you've been here for over 10 years now.
Yeah.
Dang.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Do you feel like Omaha is a place where you've raised your boys here, but do you feel like you'll stay here forever?
Honestly, I don't know. I love Omaha for kids. I think it's a great place to raise kids, good schools, nice people. I love this part of Omaha especially. I feel very comfortable and I call this home right now.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the future holds. I don't know.
You say you don't like cold, and it is
Right,
very
and that's
cold
why
outside.
when my children are grown and on their own, I don't know. I may find myself further south again.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's really cool. It's crazy how you go from really small town Minnesota, right? Small town Minnesota.
It was very small,
to
And no sports.
There was
Ever.
100 kids in our school,
That
kindergarten
is
to 12th
wild.
grade.
Okay.
I had a graduating class
crazy.
of 5 people.
oh my goodness.
Don't worry, I was valedictorian.
Good word.
5 competitions.
Yeah.
That is
take
awesome.
That.
But yeah, not a single sport. And ironically, too, even our Phi Ed teacher was kind of like one of those old school girls can't do anything. So if we played basketball for our gym class, we could only use half the court.
Wow.
And we could only use half the field. And we're like, what is going on? And so that was my experience with sports early on.
What did you like fill your time with outside of like? Was it just like playing on playgrounds?
Rollerblading?
I mean, when I was young, I was at, back in the day, we'd just go off and we didn't have phones, we didn't do anything. And we had these like gravel pits that we'd go play in and take the dog out. Like we just did we were outside all the time.
Outside, yeah.
Because I was never like, we were not a TV family, we weren't anything. We were always going outside, but it was just like
That's
playing
awesome.
and having fun.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I discovered rollerblading.
Maybe instead of for 10K steps, maybe it's 30
Rollerblade.
minutes
I
of
could totally
rollerblading.
do that.
I think my
Awesome.
legs would burn so bad if I rollerbladed
I haven't done it in a
again.
long time.
Maybe
I
we
lost
should
my
do that.
rollerblades quite a few years ago, and I haven't done it since.
That's going to be the
try it
next
again.
goal.
Maybe Santa will bring you a
Rollerblade club.
gift.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Well, cool. Okay, so I want to know what, like, we're going to jump around a little bit here, but like, what, with your boys being 12 and 15 years old, is very influential age. How have you felt like they've like grasped and watched your journey of stepping in here, doing something hard, doing something unknown and uncomfortable? What have you seen with them?
I think initially, I don't think they were really paying too much attention. Obviously, in the last 6 to 8 months, I've taken it way more seriously and really made it a thing. And they know I go to the gym every Saturday at 9. We have to eat healthy. We have to do all these things.
Yeah.
My oldest son has been almost more resistant. He's 15. Typical 15-year-old
Yeah.
wants to eat junk and drink soda, and he gets mad when I tell him not to. So he's kind of like, oh, fine, I'll eat your dinner, whatever.
Yeah.
My younger one, though, 12-year-old, he's also in wrestling, so he's really about wrestling right now. He has really grasped onto it. So I bought a pull-up bar last January, but it's too short for me. Like my knees almost touch the ground when I hang on it. So he has started doing pull-ups. It's in the garage right now, but it's too cold, so we're moving inside. But every day he goes out there, he does pull-ups, he does stuff like that. He helps me cook. He's all about, for a while, when I started tracking with Erica my food, he started his own log on his iPad. He started
love
tracking
that.
his
Oh my
protein.
Yes.
And I think it's adorable.
That's
So
so
he's
cute.
really grasped onto hey, we need to eat healthy, we need our protein,
Yeah.
we need to work out. And he walks with me, not so much now that it's cold out, but he would come walk with me and stuff. So
Yeah.
he's really grasped on, and I love it. And he won't eat school lunches. He hates school lunches, so he brings food and he wants to make sure there's enough protein in it. So
I don't know what he's
that.
going to do when he's older, but he's going to make it big time
Yeah.
and whatever he does, because I mean, even just the story of him coming to the Ruck event,
Yes.
it was
Oh my
35
gosh. It was so
or
cold.
40 degrees, raining, and it's a horrible day to do a long ruck. What was that?
8 miles?
8 mile,
Yeah, I think it was right
8
around 8
mile
miles.
ruck. And he was in jeans, which is amazing. And he didn't complain, didn't stop. He was
no, and that halfway
crushed
point
it.
where everyone's like, okay, if you guys want to give up, you can go back. And I looked at him like, hey, are you cold? Do you want to go? He's like, no, we are doing this.
Yes.
And we did it the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he did the
5K?
The 5K.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Also in
pursuit
jeans.
in jeans.
The kid loves his jeans.
And that was hot. So kids got,
Yeah.
I mean, mentality.
Yeah.
And he's a wrestler. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Well,
Now we
and-
just have to, he's fueled. He's,
He's ready to go.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
absolutely.
Love that.
And some of the people from Pursuit said that is one of the hardest workouts they've ever done. And he
Yes.
just did that. So
In jeans.
he's what a stud. I mean, both of your
Yeah.
boys are awesome. So,
That's cute.
but the coolest part about it, this all is you're leading from the front, and they get to
Yes.
see you do what you're doing, the discipline, the hard work, and then that's just going to lead them into their life. So it's so much bigger than just you, right?
Yeah, and I can see the difference, and that's what I keep telling them too. I just hope that they learn that way and they stay that way, so they never have to get to a point later in life and then figure out they can just keep going and stay on that good path.
Yeah, that's so good as parents too. One of my mentors told me one time, She's like, there's 3 ways to lead: by example, by example, and by example.
That's good.
And I'm like, that's so good. But especially as parents, like, we have just a short window of time to transfer the skill and hope that they latch on. And even the oldest, I get it, you know? But the cool thing is, later on life, they get to reflect on what they learned at some point, and they're going to be so grateful that you like made that decision.
It makes it so cool what Jordan's nutrition, what us as coaches, how he coaches. It's not like your kids aren't going to learn by being like, he wants to have a Dr. Pepper or a soda, whatever he likes, and you're not going to be like, absolutely not, you're not going to drink that, no chance, you know, like you'll never drink that, so bad for you. Yeah, like instead we're going to be like, hey, that's not the best choice. You can enjoy it if you want to, but here's going to be the consequences and how you're going to feel.
Yeah.
But if you want to, like, here's how I would do it. I would have one every Saturday rather than one every day type of a thing.
Yes.
And so that creates a healthy relationship for him with food at a young age.
Yeah. And so that's valuable.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your boys are amazing, but I want to bring it back to you. So no lifting, no workout experience, and you decided one day that you were going to walk into these doors. And I understand it can be really intimidating.
Yeah.
And that's like that is the biggest struggle of owning this style of gym, is like people don't understand what it's like, and you can talk on it of like everybody's welcoming. There's scaling options for everybody, and it's not, I mean, it looks intimidating, but it's really, I don't know. It's not. So anyway, sorry. Give me your, like, when you were like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do my first day. Give me your thoughts before you're walking in and then as you come in.
So first, to go back, so I had done one other workout for a few years. I went to 9 Round. It was a kickboxing gym, that like circuit gym, 30 minutes. And I did like that. And I actually was doing pretty well at that. I kind of started slacking off just because it's further away, but then they went bankrupt. And they no longer exist.
Oh, sure.
So after that, because I used to take my staff, me and a bunch of my staff members went to 9 Round over a lunch break. And so I wanted to find an alternative. And my one staff member was like, oh, well, we should just go try Hotworks. And it's right across the street because my clinic's right behind us. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's try it. So we started there. And every day I would walk by the windows here into there, and I was so bored. I mean, it's great for some people. It was not for me whatsoever. Right. And I would walk by for about 3 to 4 months. I think I walked by. And every time I walk by, I'd look in there and I'm like, man, that looks really fun. And then I'd be like, wow, those people are really in shape. I'm like, I don't think I can do it. So finally I'm like, this is not doing anything for me. I felt out of shape. I was not doing anything. I wasn't gaining anything. So actually, I mean, if you want the true backstory, I had started dating someone, and who I'm still dating now, but they do CrossFit. And so I was telling him about it. I'm like, well, there's this CrossFit gym. He's like, we should just go try it. Just go try it. And I was like, oh, well, I gotta, like, you know, try it. I was trying to still impress this guy. I'm like, okay, I should go try it. So that's the reason I decided to try it, honestly.
I didn't know any of that.
Hey, all right.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Because I was too scared. I wanted to, but I was too scared. So I'm like, okay, once he's like, just try it. It'll be fine. Yeah. And then I contacted, I think I was texting with Tyler for a while. And he's like, no, it'll be fine. Come in. So my first day, I walked in. I was terrified. I'll be completely honest.
Do you remember what your workout was?
No, not really. I don't remember. I really don't remember. It was the day before Halloween. I know that for the first day.
I remember. I was in class with you.
I think you were, because I was like, oh my gosh, this girl's like, I'm like, holy crap, is this what I'm supposed to be like?
No, I was like, yes, another woman.
Yeah.
I don't remember the workout, but I remember I loved it. Like, even though I was like not good at anything at the time, I was like, okay, this is definitely what I want to do. I loved it. And so I'm like, I'm gonna keep going. And I did you had 3 trial days or whatever. And I did that. And then I'm like, I'm signing up. I'm just gonna do it. And I was intimidated, but it's very quickly after I got in here. And so I think you were actually the coach the very first day. Everyone, like, you guys are all so nice. All the people were so nice. Like, everyone was, like you said, super welcoming. And I didn't feel intimidated. Like, I was intimidated by personally because I didn't know what I was doing. Right. But it was like, it's an okay, like, space to be. But everyone else was so encouraging. Because, you walk by and you look through the windows and you're like, these people are going to be like snotty. And they're like, look how good I am. And totally none of that. Absolutely none of that. Yeah. So it was, very quickly I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, and it's crazy because if there is somebody like that does kind of have that personality, which is totally fine, like the coolest part about these workouts and like the community is they get humbled so quickly.
Yes.
You know, so like in the best way, we all get humbled daily, but like everybody gets humbled differently. And so those are just my favorite ones. Are like, okay, I'm not where I thought I was, and I don't need to, you know. So anyway.
Yeah, it's so good for you.
But that's cool. So you made it through a workout. And you were like, what was the moment where you're like, I want to like commit to this, like let's do this thing?
Honestly, after those first 3 days, I think I could barely walk. I could barely sit down, and I'm like, oh, this is good, because I do enjoy that kind of stuff. I just hadn't found it, and I didn't ever know, because I had gym memberships before, you're just $10 a month, but I never knew what to do, so I never got anything. And this, I love just being told what to do. So as soon as I did that, I was like, okay, I want to do this. So pretty early on, I committed, but I was only coming like 2-3 times a week for the first couple of months. And then what really locked me in is the 50-day challenge that we did in January. I started that, and that's where I kind of got a little taste of nutrition, because they just had us, I think you guys just had us track our protein, but then also, like no alcohol and like just some other stuff. And I saw progress during that.
Yeah.
And so that's where I really got into it, and that's kind of what led me into like the nutrition stuff. And then, became the crazy person that I am and come 6 days a week.
Well, I just want to give a background on what 50 Days to Fit is it's 50 days of committing to work out 30 minutes per day. Was it 30 or 60? 30 minutes per day.
Yeah.
Walk.
10,000 steps?
Why am I forgetting? 10,000.
Was that in the 50 challenge?
I think it was workout an hour, 5 days a week. I think we had you had to do it 5 days a week, right? And
drink your body weight in ounces of water.
Yep. Protein
goal.
No alcohol.
No cheat meals.
No cheat meals, no
I thought
alcohol.
I knew better than this. But anyway, tasks that will like set you up for success.
Yeah.
And anyway, that's what 50 Days to Fit were. So
Yeah. Just like introing those healthy rhythms, and seeing what people kind of thought about it. They didn't get like one-on-one coaching, but we were kind of like in a group. So we had like group accountability and stuff like that.
Well, this year's going to be fun because we're going to do like groups and teams.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't have like all of the things ironed out yet, but it's going to be fun.
A little competitive.
A little competitive.
We
like push people to like
friendly competition.
Not give up and keep it going. So
friendly.
Yeah. That's great. So you, how long have you been here? I should know this, but
I started literally the day before Halloween last year, so just over a month. So a month, a year, just over like a month over a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then at what point did you look into nutrition coaching with Erica through JNFC?
So that was after the 50 Days to Fit. I kind of obviously I stopped tracking that stuff, and I had, because we did the in-body scan before and after the 50 days, and I had gained some muscle, I had lost some weight. I'm like, oh, this is great. But afterwards, I kind of went back to my old ways, and I had gained some weight back, and I'm like, wow, this really stinks. I obviously need help. And I knew of JNFC, so I reached out, and that's when because I think it was April that I joined that.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because it's just so, people have to like complicate nutrition so much, and they're like, oh, I need to like go on this diet if I want to like lose all this weight and gain muscle. But like as Heather just said, she tracked her protein, hit a protein number. It was eating enough, like probably a pound.
Gram per pound
of body weight.
Days,
and she worked out daily. She was hitting her steps, drinking enough water, all those things, and she saw a benefit, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Now, as you go into coaching with Erica, she started to throw a little bit more at you as you like got more comfortable. Talk about like how those first months were with her.
The first week.
I mean, I think initially it was, I felt a little overwhelmed initially just because I've never tracked macros, I've never done that kind of stuff. But I was kind of almost at a point where I was desperate because I was frustrated. I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't want to be in pictures. I was like uncomfortable in my own skin. And so I wanted to do something. So I was all about it, and I wanted to jump on board. But I think, and I know what she's getting to. So initially, like our first check-in, my weight had gone up. But the truth of it was I had taken the last time I had weighed myself, because I didn't even own a scale until I joined that, is from the end of the 50 Days to Fit. And I think that weight gain had been because I stopped doing those things. But it didn't take very long. Like, I mean, I was all about it. I was probably more like rock solid committed than now, maybe a little more lax sometimes. But I was all about it because I wanted to see what I could get out of it. And very quickly, it started to show. Like very, very quickly, I started to, see improvements and lose weight. And it was pretty steady. I mean, obviously it's up and down, but Yeah, it was pretty quick, and I loved it. And once you get, because first there's all these apps and there's all these things you have to track. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And at first it's really stressful to try to like do macros because I'm like, well, what do I need to eat? How do I do this? And how do I get to this? Or my numbers? And I'm kind of a perfectionist, and so like I want stuff to line up, and so I get irritated. But I've gotten better with that over time.
Yeah, and we see that a lot too when people come in. They get all this stuff thrown at them, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. But then Eric was telling me even 2 weeks ago, just like, challenge him just to pick up one little thing at a time, and then you're just going to get better and better and start adhering more and more and more. And so that's the process. But Erica, how was she from the jump? How is she doing now as her coach?
Well, okay, from the jump, she came in and she was really focused on the skill. I think that would be fair to say.
Yes, absolutely.
I gotta lose these last 10 pounds. It was very much scale focused. And most women who come in to coach with me, they are very scale focused. My goal is to teach them that the scale is just a hot minute of one number, and we have to know our margins, like what actually matters, right? And so I knew that Heather was under eating. So that was one. So we had to feed her more food. And when you come in and you want to lose an extra 10 pounds and your coach says, I want you to eat way more calories, that is hard. That's really hard. Especially because most women are taught, like, if you restrict, the more you restrict, the like thinner you will be. But I just knew she was like underfed, essentially. And so so the beginning was kind of difficult, I would say, and it normally is if you are underfed, to trust a coach who gives you more food to eat.
Can you just briefly explain why, like, what it does to your metabolism, why we're like, hey, you need to eat more food rather than less food?
Yeah,
just like
absolutely. And even Heather will tell you too, like, she was eating way more food than normal, and she was still in a deficit. So metabolism, if you are not eating enough food, your body, essentially, you need to raise your caloric ceiling, meaning what your body does is it goes into adaptation. So we'll kind of see too, like a lot of people who will tell me like, well, I intermittent fast, and at first it was really hard, but now I'm just not hungry throughout the day. And I'm like, that's a really great example of, well, your body's adapting. And so when body adapts because it's not getting enough food, metabolism slows down. And it also can be really detrimental as women to like our bone density, our hormones, all the things that are really required. So sometimes we need to feed ourselves a little bit more food, and then eventually the metabolism goes, wow, I'm not in survival mode anymore. I'm not like holding on to everything I can. Now I'm getting fed. Now I can ramp it up and start burning more calories at rest and like having my body work for me.
Yeah.
So that's kind of essentially where we were. And so, it took a little bit of time, but honestly, what I love about Heather is she trusted me. And I think I told you trust the process like
numerous times.
Yeah.
The first 4 weeks, I'm like, I know I sound like a broken record, but just trust me. And it was cool because we saw so much transformation. Your workouts didn't change, but the way that you ate changed. And then we saw incredible transformation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes a long way to say too, we talked about this in the last podcast with Jordan, like you can't out-train a bad diet. And even though you did see results, and people will see a little bit of progress as they're coming in, until you like lock in with nutrition, it doesn't have to be perfect all the time, but if you create healthy rhythms and your 80 to 85% is good quality foods, whole foods, eating enough food, you're going to continue to see progress forever. So obviously that progress, like you go from like a really steep incline and then it levels out, but you'll never like decrease really.
Yeah. So it's been really cool to see too, because like your body has changed so much, and now we're just like, dude, he's like, how much do I weigh? It's like, the only weight we're going to care about is how much weight we're putting on the barbell. Like that's literally like,
that's
let's
cool.
see like what else, like we're not even going to care what the scale says, but you have lost weight.
Oh yes.
But like body recomposition, like so amazing, the muscle that you've gained and the confidence you have and how much better you feel.
Oh yeah. Muscles I didn't even know I had, I actually see now.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, seriously.
It's so cool
It's
too,
amazing.
knowing like, you know, sometimes you'll have people come in who have trained before, but maybe they've taken some time off and then they get under some weights. So like if you're listening, right? You're like an athlete, you're like, man, in high school I used to be like could have thrown a football over the mountain, you know? And it's like they train so, and then that's like what they remember, and they've taken some time off. Those people typically, when they come back, their muscles turn on a little bit faster because they still have that memory, they have that foundation. But we also see sometimes people maybe who've never had any like experience come in and their muscles are like, ooh, let's work. So that's exciting too, to have been able to see you really ramp it up. Yeah.
And I want to point out too, obviously being a busy mom, a vet, how like every day you come in, you're probably not 100. You're not motivated every single day. It's not like you want to come in just you're feeling amazing every day. Like talk about the ups and downs of each day.
Well, I would say it has become kind of a non-negotiable for me. Even to the point that my staff will be like, oh, can you do this over lunch? I'm like, no, I have to go to the gym. So one is just become one of those things that I'm going to do regardless. And same thing with like steps. That's kind of, those two things have kind of become my non-negotiables. With the gym, I would say there's twofold. I mean, yes, there's sometimes I come in and I'm tired, I'm sore, I'm like, but I still want to do it. There's part of me, I never really actually walked in and like, man, I really don't want to work out. Because it does bring me, like, it makes me feel better, it makes everything good. Mentally, it is also good because my job can be pretty stressful. There are times that I'm like frustrated, I'm irritated, or I'm stressed out, and I'm like, okay, it's okay. At noon, I can leave. I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna come back calmer and in a better place. So I think mentally it's helpful too. But yeah, I would say, I mean, part of it is just making that non-negotiable. Like so many people, I mean, once you have to decide those things, but once you commit to that and it becomes habit, which it totally has become habit for me now. If anything, now if I have to miss it, that almost stresses me out more. I'm like, wait a minute, I can't get to the gym. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna survive? Which I realize is excessive, but. So it's kind of, to me, it's been easy, and it does help that I'm literally a minute walk away. So
that is nice.
I mean, I can get here without too much issue.
And the noon class is like, that's ideal.
It's my class.
That's it's like a perfect time to work out. Your body's warm. You get a new fresh start to the day. At 1, you got some fuel. So.
And going to that, going back to work afterwards, it makes my afternoons smoother, calmer. I'm less ragey, so it's perfect. Not that I'm that ragey anyway, but
No, it's good. It's a healthy place to relieve tension. It's a positive space for that. I love that. And just like you said, it's in front of you. It's there. Like you made it easily accessible, right? Like don't overcomplicate it. Just walk across the street and go do my workout. That's so good.
Do you feel like this has helped you in your work environment and just your work environment in general, like throughout the day with, I almost said patients, your dogs and cats that you work with?
They're my patients.
They're patients. Do you feel like this helps with that?
Absolutely, 100%. Mainly just for that stress relief and everything. I mean, because obviously most people's jobs, you have stressful times and things like that, or there's a lot on your mind, and I think it just does. It helps calm me. It helps keep me focused, and I look forward to it. But I think across the board in life, it has definitely been a good thing for me. It just and it also, like as you're saying, once you get more confident in yourself, you just feel more comfortable in your own skin. Like that also helps with your day-to-day activities, work, and stuff like that too. So 100%.
That's great. When you were going back to nutrition, when you hopped in nutrition, was it a hard decision to make for you? Like when they gave you like, all right, hey, it's going to be this much for this amount. Like, what was your thoughts there? We're like, oh, do I really need to pay for it? I could just we were talking about yesterday, you could look up on ChatGPT, they could give you an entire meal plan, but 99.9% of people aren't going to follow through.
Correct.
That's why we love our accountability and our group and community. And that's how we're able to stay strong.
I mean, I think I looked at it in a couple of ways. One, this has been my year. Like 2025 was like, okay, I'm gonna actually focus on me for once, which I've really never done before. I tend to put in a lot to my kids, my job, others. And so I kind of made that commitment at the beginning of the year that this is gonna be my year to focus on me. So part of me is like, you know what, it's okay to splurge on yourself a little bit. Yes, I looked at the cost, but like I said, I even saw the very quick decline after stopping the 50 Days to Fit of going back to just me. And so the idea of that accountability was huge. And also knowing Jordan, knowing Erica from the gym, and like watching them and seeing them, I just thought, I'm like, who else better to coach me? So, I mean, yes, there is a cost, but the benefit far outweighs the cost.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
worth
Yeah.
it. Because I wouldn't
cool.
be able to do it. If I look at ChatGPT or whatever it tells me to do, I'm like,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
But knowing that I have to report every week,
Yeah.
I'm like, sometimes I even catch myself, I'm like, probably shouldn't. Because I'm gonna have to tell her. I have to tell her all about it. So no, I think the accountability is massive. Like without that accountability, it doesn't matter. And the encouragement too. Like if you're discouraged or you're having a rough week or whatever, like you guys as coaches are so helpful. And she's always super encouraging. And I verbally vomit all the time in my weekly check-ins. Sometimes I'm like, oh, here we go. But it does. It helps to give you that outlet and then that support and that accountability. So it's absolutely worth it. Because I don't think, unless you're really, really, really disciplined, you're not going to do it on your own.
Right.
It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Sounds like 2025 was a really good year.
It has been fantastic.
Yes, I love it. What do you have any goals for 2026?
In general, or just like gym related, or all of the above?
Anything.
Just keep doing what I'm doing. In the gym, yes, I have goals. So I've kind of mastered pull-ups-ish.
Yeah,
They look good today.
Yeah.
They looked great.
Okay, totally off topic, but yesterday in the beginning of class, you were like, do you guys feel stronger from all this? And I was like, not really. Still frustrated. And then I did ring dips the box dips for the first
Nice.
time with my feet off the
Strict?
ground.
Good job.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Like 4 of them, but
That's
still,
4.
you walk by and you're like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. Holy crap, maybe I am stronger.
Thanks.
So
I love that.
Just continuing to get stronger. My ultimate goal, you look at my reels and there's like 18 million reels on people doing muscle ups.
Muscle
I want to do that.
Yes, let's do
Someday
it.
I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
This year, yeah.
Maybe this year.
Let's do it.
I like that goal. That's
That'd be
good.
my goal.
I
Okay.
love that. That's so good. I love your I've never done those. I did 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seriously.
That's awesome.
I feel like that's happened with so many different movements for you this year.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I went from doing
tying
nothing to where I'm at now.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't want people to think that are like watching this that your journey is not going to be like everybody's journey. Like
Yeah.
for some people, it might be a lot slower. Some people might even be faster. But if you just trust the process and dig into it and commit, then you're going to see results, and that's ultimately what we want.
Yeah.
So.
What I like about Heather too is she's just like a zero excuses kind of person. So I think that everyone's cut from a different cloth. Like you said,
Yeah.
everybody's going to come and they're going to have their own experience. They're going to have their own results. But at the end of the day, and I say this to my kids, you are in control of your choices.
Yeah.
And so at some point, like when you're coaching with somebody in nutrition or in the gym, I think, and I'm preaching to the choir, it is very, very easy to just be like, well, this and this and this, and it's very easy to list your excuses. But at some point, you have to take accountability and responsibility for yourself, And so, Heather, you do that so well. Honestly,
Yeah.
you're I'm coachable. This is what I'm doing, and I'm going to do it. And I think what I love so much is when we talk about coaching, with nutrition, our number one goal is is this sustainable? And can you continue to do this for the rest of your life? Because longevity is important, right? And so, just seeing you right out the gate establish those healthy rhythms and lay that foundation, just nope, I'm going to do this. I will have things I want to learn about every week, but I'm not going to use those as an excuse to self-sabotage.
Yeah.
So I saw you do that, and I think when people are oh, because I've had some, well, what's Heather doing? Well, what's Heather doing? Well, she's doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. She's just, the critical inch is that you are just zero excuses. And I think, yes, sometimes it's okay, girl, you can take a break. Okay, it's okay, you can have a piece of pizza. It's not going to destroy you. So that's the flip side of that, right, is learning to give yourself grace. But it's very inspiring because you have a very full life. Every excuse that everybody else has, you could have too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And you don't. You're hey, I'm going to do it anyways, And honestly, that's so encouraging and so inspiring.
Yeah.
So I just really love that about you.
Off of that, where do you feel like that comes from?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know. Well,
That's a great question.
I think part of it is just my personality. I mean, it can even go back to when I was younger. I remember I think I was like in 4th or 5th grade, and a teacher was like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I said, "I want to be a veterinarian." And she looked at me and she goes, "That's what everyone says. It's not going to happen." And I literally remember being at that age. I'm like, I'm going to prove you wrong.
That's like a core memory, I bet.
Yeah. It is. And I never liked that teacher very much. But I'm like, what do you mean I can't do that?
Yeah.
What if I say I'm going to do it? And I mean, because it's a lot of work. It's 8 years of school. It's hard to get in.
Yeah.
So I think I've always definitely had that personality of just, if I decide I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I think some of that is just some people are better at that. Some people, are better at, or like more prone to just having excuses all the time. Or like, I don't have time, I don't have this. And I could easily use that because there's plenty of days I don't have time. Some days I don't get home till 8 o'clock at night. And, I don't have my boys all the time with me, but, then I still have to make them dinner. We got to get through homework. I mean, there's plenty of reasons. There was times, I think you actually are like, why are you doing that? I was like walking at 11:30 at night because I'm like, well, I haven't reached my steps. I better get out and go jump.
Hey, go to bed.
But no, I think that's just kind of my personality. I also grew up in a household where it's like, work hard, do your job, do a good job, don't slack off. Just like not I don't want to say overly strict, but it was.
But do things right.
Yeah, work hard and get where you want to be.
Yeah. That's
cool.
Good. And I think accountability does matter for everybody across the board. Just because we need somebody to sweep in, whether it is tough love, okay, time to take responsibility, like, come on, or, hey, I just want to encourage you. Like, we're made to walk with each other. Like, discipleship is real, accountability is real. There's never anything bad that you're going to get out of that. It's always going to be valuable if you choose to see it that way.
Yeah, I think with me, coming out of high school, I had like a really unhealthy relationship with like being disciplined for the wrong reasons. I had a really like challenging 4 years of high school, just of like family stuff, things that happen. And so I was more like, once I got out of high school, I'm like, I'm going to be so disciplined and do all these things right and make a name for myself because I didn't get a chance to do that in high school. When that's not a great, I personally don't think that's a great reason to do something. But as I like started to find men that as a Christian like love the Lord and have brought me in and like challenged me and encouraged me, that's like the healthy relationship. So now it's like I'm going to do the best I can in everything that I do and do things right, so that I can hold myself to this standard, just like these men over here. So like being in groups and that challenge you. So
that's so good, Easton. I love that. And sorry, I'm gonna, me. Heather's like, oh, here comes my coach with a Bible verse. But the Bible says that discipline is not, like, when you are disciplined, when a new discipline, like, is not pleasant at first. Nobody enjoys it. But if you endure it, like, it produces a harvest of peace and righteousness. And it's like, wow, that's so real. And that's really the goal, is that, like, can we be disciplined enough that, for me, it's like my daily disciplines, people might think that's like really rigid, but it brings me so much steadiness and so much peace. And we talk about non-negotiables. I love that Heather was like, dude, my steps are non-negotiable. Like, I tell my clients, I'm like, what are your 3 non-negotiables that no matter how your day shakes out, you're going to get them done? It doesn't have to look the same every day, right? But what we're going to do then in those non-negotiables is that in any season of life, that can be steady for us. Like, dude, I had a really bad day, but I still did these 3 things. I had a really great day, and I still did these 3 things. Like, can that be something that's steady for us,
Yeah.
And so it's so great. And when we have that, we can, like, lean into the Lord, have that peace, have that righteousness, invite him with us in that. It's so good. So, yeah.
Well, it's been great. I want to just finish off with this. I have to read this one because I can't remember exactly what it says. But what is one thing you can share with people listening that might impact their life from your testimony and experience? Like,
oh, so good.
Or what's one thing, even if you don't have like a specific thing, like what can you share with them to challenge them, encourage them, somebody listening?
I would say the number one thing is it is never too late to start. Because like I said, I'm almost 47 years old. I've never done anything, but in the last year, like my life has changed for the better, both nutritionally, mentally, emotionally, physically. And so I think a lot of people are like, well, I'm too old or I don't have time. You know, those things don't matter because you can start at any point, because the changes I've made in this last year, I'm in better shape than I was when I was 20.
You're best shape of your life, probably.
Oh, absolutely. I've never been this strong. I've never been in good shape. I've never been as healthy either, which has impacted so many other things too. Like, I mean, just in general, I feel better. My health is better. Everything is better. So I think the best thing, because I'm definitely not the youngest in the gym. Like a lot of times I'm like, man, I'm the oldest one here. What's going on? So age is definitely not an excuse, and don't be intimidated. Like, I mean, how many times I walked by here and I was, but once you walk in, you will never regret it. So if you're frustrated, you're stuck, you don't know what to do, because that's literally where I was. I was so disappointed in myself, and I'm just like, I gotta fix this. Like, take the chance. Don't use age as an excuse, and just give it a go.
That's so good. That's exciting.
Yeah,
honestly, that makes me want to go lift weights right now.
No, let's do it. Throw some
Go
weights
run
on.
through a wall.
What I want people to understand is you didn't come in. You said you mastered pull-ups, like you're getting there, like you got really
definitely
good.
not mastered, but I can actually.
No,
do
they're
them.
so good. Yeah.
Like, you didn't come in doing pull-ups.
No.
You started doing ring rows or whatever. You didn't start by squatting 100, whatever we squatted yesterday.
Yeah. What's the first, like when you hung from that pull-up bar for the first time, do you remember that? How did it feel?
I was super disappointed in myself. I'm like, wow, I can't do any of this, because I think just even hanging out, like
Just
couldn't
hanging.
do it. Yeah,
A dead hang.
I had not. Well, and I'd never done anything like. I mean, other than like playing around on playgrounds and you know things like that. I had never done anything like that. So initially, and that's where I had to keep encouraging myself too, because initially I was very frustrated with myself.
Yeah.
Because I see what you guys are doing. We've been doing it for years and years, and be like, man, am I ever going to get there? But I just kept trying, and eventually, like. Man, I've never done a real push-up until now, too. I mean, like, there's so many things. Yeah. And it really, and like you said, everyone goes at a different pace, but this has all happened, like, within a year for me.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
crazy.
been amazing, and I love it. So, and I'm like a walking billboard for you guys. Like, anytime
that's awesome.
Because, a lot of times people will be like, wow, you look great. What are you doing? I'm like, oh my gosh, let me tell you.
Yeah,
let me tell you all about it.
That's awesome. That's
I
cool.
think too, like you do such a good job of like leaning into the discomfort too, which I think is really important, right? Like you can have comfort or growth, but you can't have both.
Yeah,
right.
And so instead of like, you might not always feel like coming in. Nobody, like, everyone's like, oh, I wish I was as motivated as you, Erica.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not. I just show up and do the
Discipline.
thing,
Yeah.
right? But it's like, when you show up, you give what you have for the day.
Yeah.
That might be 60% on Tuesday and 80% on Wednesday, but you're not afraid to say, okay, I've got 1 hour. I'm going to get uncomfortable. I'm going to get better. And dude, numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
Like if you do that 5 days a week, 6 days a week, I'm like, take a break, take a rest day.
That's
But
what Sundays are for.
that's the compound effect.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Like you're going to get stronger and better and better and better, which is really cool.
Yeah. Well, I want to encourage you and don't want to discourage you, but like I tell people, once you hit like a little over a year mark, like you'll notice we aren't like immortal, right? So we're going to start to plateau a little bit, but like count the small wins. Count I got closer to the muscle up. Okay, I finally got a muscle up, or I PR'd by 2.5 or 5 pounds rather than 20 pounds. Yeah. So you really have to flip your mindset. I've been doing this for 8 years now. I don't PR unless it's very rare. So again, not to discourage you, I want to encourage you, like count the little wins and keep going. So, okay. Last thing I want to give you a chance. Is there anything else you want to share, Erica? Anything else you want to share, talk about, encourage the community listening? No pressure. If there's nothing, that's fine.
I'd say just give it a try.
Yeah.
If you're even debating it, if you're even thinking about it, just come in and try it.
Yeah.
Come for the free week. Give it a try.
Come for the free week.
You'll never go back.
That's so good.
You'll be sucked in forever.
I think Heather too, like I always joke like she's like Benjamin Button because she's aging in reverse. But like we talk about too, and you touched on this, like you're never too old. Like age isn't an excuse, but like there's like your biological age and then there's like your cellular age. And so I always just say like, just because you're turning 47 on the outside, like what does the inside of your body look like? If we were just to do a scan, and I mean basic science, draw your blood, do a scan, see how everything was going on a cellular level, and we didn't tell any doctors or lab techs how old you were, what would they think, you know?
Yeah.
And I think like we underestimate that. We really, really do.
Yeah.
And I think your biological age and your cellular age definitely are not the same.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
That is very cool. I love it. Well, yeah, thanks so much for joining us on this. I know it's probably the most comfortable thing for you, but you did amazing. And
Yeah,
it was
you
super
rocked
fun
it.
hearing your story. Like for me, again, I didn't know your background, so forgive me for not asking that sooner.
okay.
But yeah, it was super fun. So
And now you're an athlete.
yeah, that's right. Yes, you are an athlete.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if you guys are watching this, you can watch on YouTube, listen on Spotify, Apple Music. I don't know what they say. Click the subscribe button, like it,
Yeah,
share
smash
it.
that button.
Yeah, share this to encourage somebody else to change their life because Heather's done it. So
Yeah.
awesome.
For real.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thanks.